Please consider becoming a patron of the Ramen Raider. Patrons receive special benefits like bonus videos, voting on the Patron's Choice Top 10, and early Top 10 list access. Visit patreon.com/the Ramen Raider and become a patron today. Thank you.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for me to be the Ramen Raider and do you up with Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Yeah, and my hat. I'm wearing a hat. So, today, more Malaysia. Yeah. This is more MyKuali fish broth. What's that say? Breaking news. Oh. Yeah. Fish broth noodle. I've tried the vermicelli. I've tried the cup version. Both were wonderful. So now we have the actual packet noodle. And so it's time to make that happen. And I've been looking forward to this. Honestly, I thought I was going to have one today that was going to be possibly 0 stars, and one that would be probably 5 stars, since I've had it in other forms already. But it looks like it might be a nicer day than that. Sometimes I can just tell, you know. I just look at a noodle, I'm like, oh yeah, that one. You know, it's hard not to prejudge stuff because I've had, this will be review number 3,523. I kind of got a little experience with what to expect from an instant noodle. But then again, the last review I did, I expected something a little different. And I started the timer, and that's important. Oh, don't boil too hot, you crazy sucker. Yeah, so yesterday was the Super Bowl, as well as Groundhog Day. I tried to get the kids interested in Groundhog Day. They're 3 and 4. They didn't give a crap. And, that's okay. I mean, really, I give a crap about it for like 10-15 minutes. They have a thing locally. I live in Kenmore. If you go north and east a little bit, you end up at a little city called Snohomish. And Snohomish, it's also the name of the county north of us. In Snohomish, they have a little thing for, instead of the groundhog, they have the ground frog. And the ground frog is named Snohomish Slough, I think. And they have frog races. They like go crazy frog for a day. I want to say, I don't know. It's probably like the Saturday closest to Groundhog Day. But yeah. If you are not familiar with the legend of Punxsutawney Phil and Gobbler's Knob, so here's the deal. On February 2nd every year, there's a groundhog which looks like it's an animal about this big, and when they put it on something to see if it sees its shadow. And if it sees its shadow, I can't remember which is which, but one of them is if it sees its shadow, it's either there's 6 more weeks of winter or there will be an early spring. So this year it was early spring. So we shall see. I'm hoping Certainly wasn't this morning. All of a sudden, they're talking about snow in the forecast again. So I guess we'll see how that goes. It will either be an early spring or probably not. But the prognostication of Punxsutawney Phil is known far and wide, at least in the United States. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's... If you're in a country and you have like a weird... I mean, I'll be the first to say Groundhog Day is a weird custom. You know? There's another one. There's hollering. I love that. That's like my favorite thing. People will holler, like, ah! Like yelling across a large, because it's like, we didn't always have telephones. And say you had a farm over here and a farm over there, and something happened. Well, you gotta holler, you gotta yell. If it's like miles away and you're on the plains, you can yell. So there's people who do competitive hollering and yodeling and all sorts of stuff. So I love that kind of stuff. Call me weird, but I think that kind of, that folky kind of stuff, that what's the word? It might seem weird, but it's something that you gotta have a way to do something, and it's really kitschy and trippy. And it's the way people communicated way back when they didn't have phones. So I'm sure they thought it was weird back then too. Oh, I see. You holler. Oh, you're one of the you holler. Oh. Are you any good? Oh, you're good at hollering? Great. We need somebody who's good to holler. I don't know. I don't know if anybody anywhere ever sounded like that when they spoke. It's just a weird future we have now with me in it. So. But I'm stirring our noodle. And I'm going to try it. Very, you know, almost, is it me or is it darker than when I've had it prior? This might come out earlier than the other two reviews, so forgive me if it does. But yeah, the other two will come out. If this comes out like tomorrow, then that means the other two will come out within 2.5 months. Very strong. There's a ring of chili pepper. Very nice color. Honestly, it reminds me of like a fish chowder. Very creamy, but not as thick and oily as their other stuff. Ooh, that pepper. It's funny, they were saying how this one's a little different. It's really not spicy, you know, and usually all our stuff's spicy, so kind of a departure from the norm. They sent me this shirt and some other varieties and stuff. Thank you very much, yet again. I don't know, you're not giving yourself credit, guys. Those little pepper rings they've got a kick to them. I'm gonna put some mung bean sprouts directly in. Noodles intersperse, transliterate as it were. But yeah, this is another one of those bowls that's really hard to set down. If you know what I mean. If you don't, I'll tell you. I pretty much throw away every single bowl that you see me make. Not the bowl, but what I've made in it. Why do you do that, Ramen Raider? Why? Can't you find somebody to share it with? Can't you do your show at a food bank? I mean, God, I've heard so many different complaints. I'm like, sorry, I can't. I've got 2 small children. It's just not gonna work. I appreciate and understand. I dislike wasting food as well. But it's just kind of a necessary evil. If somebody were here and wanted to eat it, they could have what I hadn't sampled. Simple as that. But nobody is. And like, for example, this one, my wife wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Not only because she's really not keen on fish, she's definitely not keen on spicy. Not only that, she can't eat a lot of noodles. She's just not good with that, so. Sorry. But yeah, why do you do that, Ramen Raider? Why do you just throw it away? Well, I wouldn't have lost over 150 pounds in the last 15 months if I did otherwise, now would I? Yeah. So, it's okay. It'd be hard pressed to find me throwing. My daughter's being a little kook. You're being funny in there, I hear you. Alright. Well, this stuff is absolutely lovely, folks. I'm very impressed with it. Oh, yeah. It's time for Rotato to do its thing. So here we go. Wow, what a productive day. I'm impressed with myself. Really, I am. And hey, this has been Hans, the Ramen Raider. Wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. Have a good one. Bye.